We're going to give you a short little persuasion tip this day because it is, in fact, based on a very short little thing that I noticed last week President Donald Trump used, and I want to make sure that you didn't miss it. It was when Donald Trump was teaching the press about tariffs, giving a little bit of history on President William McKinley, the External Revenue Service announcement, which is just fantastic. The persuasion technique is around cause and effect. And it was something very, very simple and straightforward. It's that every president ought to do, that past presidents have not done well, that future presidents may not do well, but you certainly can do as a president of your own dang life and business. It goes like this. So President Trump was talking about the production of oil and gas. And he said, we're going to make oil cheaper so that inflation goes down. Notice what's happening here. This is not just a cause and effect explanation. The use of so that this thing happens in the future. It's taking advance credit. It's foretelling and it's forthtelling. Forthtelling is the fact that you say something is going to happen makes it happen. And then it looks like prophecy to the uninformed observer, and it's just brilliant, and I love it. So what's going to happen? It teaches the public that you can trust this person, that there's credibility here, that I said because I did this thing that's seemingly unrelated to the thing, it's going to happen. And because it seems very much unrelated, like the drilling and the production of gasoline and the construction of new pipelines and natural gas and crude oil, something about federal land in Alaska and in the northern Pacific Ocean, and maybe something about pipelines or something, it can kind of get pretty quick over the top of people's heads when it comes to energy policy and planning. And then you come out and say, or he comes out and says rather, we're doing this thing over here. The downstream effect is going to be this. Now, I noticed him do this when I heard talk about energy and gas at the Detroit, Michigan rally where we launched Unhumans, the New York Times bestseller, myself and my co-author, Jack Posobiec. So there's something cool happening here that you can do the same. When you're in a sales conversation, you talk about the different features and aspects and you use the language of so that this thing you want to happen can happen. And you do that over and over and over. When you talk about the features and benefits, you do this in your sales letters, in your sales videos. When you talk about what's included, you say why it's included. Because it may not be obvious. Why is this thing only 6 inches? Why are the specs the way that they are? Why is there only 500 MB? Or why is the plan going to take 6 months? These sorts of things. There must be a so that for everything, because it's like, wow, this person has really thought this through and in my best interest. It's not, I'm going to change energy policy because I want to, because we need more oil, because I'm the president, I do what I want. Department of Energy is under the power and influence of the executive branch, and that's me, so I do what I want. Or it's just what we want to do, it makes sense. Or then giving some complex explanation that most people won't get. So that the thing that you want, you really, really want, oh, that's going to happen? Oh, that's great. That's exactly what I want. So make sure you use this little Trump persuasion technique. He's not the first, obviously, to use the power of a so that, but it's coming up again with great relevance and certainly recency. And I want you to make sure that you can take every last advantage of the technique too for yourself.